Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be checking out some squad gameplay over today's commentary because we're not going to be specifically talking about Call of Duty alone. We're pretty much talking about every single FPS game and just every game in general that has a multiplayer experience. But I did want to show you guys some squad. We've been playing a ton of this over on Twitch. And if you guys don't follow me over there already, I live stream literally every single day, starting at about 3 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to catch some of these live streams, we play a ton of Warzone. We're going to be playing some Apex Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, some squad, a lot of tactical shooters. You can go and check out my Twitch streams. Like I said, we stream every single day over there. But yes, squad is a more tactical shooter. It's not really too fast-paced or arcade like Call of Duty is. It's more about the moments and the adventure, I guess I should say, more than just fragging out. But regardless, you guys know me. I always try to frag out regardless of what the game is. That's just what I love doing in FPS games. So even though we're playing a very tactical shooter, I am getting tons of kills, just so you guys know. It's no like HUD or anything. It doesn't confirm your kills. You have to confirm your kills yourself and see what's going on. It's very, very, very hardcore. So I think you guys are going to enjoy the gameplay nonetheless. Just know that it's going to be a little confusing to understand at first, and I'm not just shooting at the air, and I'm not just not killing anybody at all. They're dropping. It's confirmed kills. You'll see. But today we're going to be talking about gamers' privacy and whether your voices should be recorded or if they should not be recorded when it comes to online gameplay. Now, we're not talking about party chat or anything like that, or your Discord or anything of that sort. Basically, what's going on here is that Riot Games, the creator of Valorant, is going ahead and pretty much implementing, and they already told everybody, obviously. It's not like they're doing this under the table or hiding it or suppressing it or something like that. No, they were very open with telling people this, but they're going to be listening in on conversations to basically help out the community. Now, the goal here is to basically stop extremely toxic behavior. Now, I'm not talking about like, roasting people like we do in Call of Duty and stuff like that. None of that nonsense. I think it's more for like racism and, really, really messed up shit that's going on, or, like school shooters, very serious things. They're going to be, monitoring to make sure none of this stuff is going on. They can report to the authorities or just completely just ban the guy because he's a racist asshole. And they did make it very clear that they're not going to go ahead and do it all the time. The only time that they would really listen in on conversations in game is when, someone actually reports someone for, abusing their mics or abusing what they're saying in the game and stuff like that. If something happens of that sort and they're reported, then they'll go behind the scenes and they'll actually listen to the audio to see if this guy was actually talking the stuff that he was saying or if it's just a bunch of lies. And again, I want to make this very clear. They're only talking about game chat, so they're not going to be able to go into your Discord chat and stuff like that and see what you're talking behind the scenes. Only when you do your push to talk or whatever it is for you and you talk in the actual game itself, that's all that's being recorded and listened to. Now, I do understand where they're coming from. I understand what Riot Games is trying to do here. They're trying to make sure that this game, or Valorant, is in a good spot where nobody's being toxic, nobody's being annoying, and everybody's being friendly, and, they're communicating and having a good experience. That's always the overall goal, no matter what your project is, whether it's your game, or you own a restaurant, or you're a comedian, or you're a musician, whatever your thing is. The main goal is to make sure everybody is happy and they enjoy what you do. And toxicity, whether you enjoy it or you don't enjoy it, it's going to ruin someone's experience, and they're trying to avoid that. So I can understand why they're trying to make sure that they keep everything family friendly, especially with things like racism, hate speech, and a lot of threats and stuff like that, which can get pretty serious to certain extents. I can understand why they're trying to monitor certain experiences. There's tons of racists in Call of Duty. I hear them all the time. They say the N-word constantly. Every other game you hear someone scream that, but it doesn't matter how many times you report that individual because there's no way they can actually see if it's true or not. The only way you can actually report someone is if they have an offensive clan tag or an offensive name or something like that, something that they can see. But if they can't listen into the conversation, they can't actually hear the person say the N-word to give them the ban. You know what I'm saying? You can't actually go and report someone for, verbal hate and all that nonsense if they can't even hear the verbal hate for themselves. So you're going to have to go ahead and record the clip yourself, send it probably to Activision support, and by then it's not even worth it. It's just some random guy on the internet who said the N-word. Why would you go through all that work and struggle in order to get them reported at that point? You know what I'm saying? Even though I do understand where Riot Games is coming from, and I know the majority of them are at least trying to, do this for only positive reasons, but at the end of the day, it's not a smart move, and this is a horrible decision. Honestly, it makes me personally not even want to touch Valorant ever again. I don't think I'm going to install that game. First off, I spent like a good amount of money on that game to get some microtransaction weapons and stuff like that, because I really did enjoy Valorant back in the day, but they took all of those away from me. I don't have any of my weapons anymore, so they took my money, and at the same time, they're about to eavesdrop on all my conversations. Yeah, you can have this game, Riot Games. You can take it back. I don't think I'm ever going to touch that again. And if you dare implement this into any other game, such as Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever it is, I'm going to leave those games too. It doesn't matter what game it is. If the developers are going to openly tell me, which they have to openly tell me that they're going to be eavesdropping on my conversations. If they don't, that's even worse. I mean, they can get sued at that point. But if they openly tell me that they're eavesdropping on all my stuff, I'm done with the game. That's the moral of the story. And I've seen tons of people actually come in and say they want to see this for Call of Duty and they want to see this for Battlefield. And I understand they're only saying that because they have good intentions. They just want to see the game positive. They don't want to see the races and stuff like that. I understand. You're not stupid for saying that it's great to have, this system implemented in other game titles. But at the end of the day, you can't trust the people who are behind it. You can't trust them. They might be able to say it on paper, and their heads might be saying, oh, yeah, we'll never go and eavesdrop on our conversations, but you can't trust the random, people who are there working. They might get pissed off one day. They might get mad at their boss and go and start, doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. They have full access to each and every individual. Every person who's a streamer, a YouTuber, a popular name, even if they're just a big name in general, they don't have to be a gamer or anything like that. They could be a sports player, a musician who's playing a game, and they know their gamer tag. Any type of situation, they can eavesdrop on those individuals whenever they want to. And again, it will be illegal if, they say any of the stuff that you said outside. But are they really going to actually take charge of that, especially if it's a bunch of random people? At the end of the day, when it comes to, big stars, yeah, they might actually take, lawsuit action against that stuff. But when it comes to the everyday, person, the average player, they're probably not even going to know about this nonsense. They're probably not even going to see that any of their stuff was leaked or they're being eavesdropped on. And a lot of people aren't even going to see this news. At the end of the day, it's not like it's a public statement on the game. They just said it over Twitter. Not everybody's going to see this. So there's going to be thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people who are going to be still playing Valorant, not knowing that everything they say in-game is going to be recorded for them to hear. And it also just makes things awkward. Like I said, I understand where they're coming from. They're trying to catch really awful people, but it's not fun to be talking knowing that you're being recorded the whole time. It's a different story while I'm making my commentaries because I'm purposely recording. I know I'm going to be doing this. But if I'm sitting there playing the game and someone's recording everything I say, you're going to watch what you say. It's the same thing like, if you're chatting with your friends in class. And the teacher comes up to your desk, behind your desk, or it starts walking around your general area. You might, lower your voices. You might try to change up the topic just a little bit and they sound a little bit different. Things like that. You don't want to be that open when someone is around you listening. It doesn't even have to be anything bad, even if I'm just telling my friends, like a family member died, or a pet passed away, or I passed a class, all these different things. I don't want these random people knowing this stuff. I don't want them to know that, my grandmother or something passed away, even though that didn't happen. I'm just using it as an example, but stuff, you understand what I'm saying. I don't want them knowing my personal business. I don't want them knowing my personal business. If I'm discussing, funds, my money situations, I don't want them knowing that stuff. I don't want them knowing anything. Seriously. And once again, like I said, yes, some of those developers are trusted. And I know a lot of them are doing this with only positive intentions in their heart. They only want to see good come out of this. And they're not going to eavesdrop on everybody. They're only going to eavesdrop on the ones who were reported for very bad behavior to see if they were being bad. And then they can get a ban and stuff like that. But once again, you can't trust them all. There's always going to be a few individuals who are going to be stupid enough to do anything crazy like that. And you never know. You never know. It's going to make everything awkward. At the end of the day, it's going to make everything awkward. And not everybody has access to things like Discord or Party Chat or something like that, especially when you're playing crossplay. And the future of gaming is going to be crossplay as well. Every game that comes out in the future, you best believe is going to be crossplay, okay? It's always going to happen. And when you're playing PC to Xbox or Xbox to PlayStation 4 or something like that, you don't have Discord to connect you guys all. I mean, you can do it, but it's going to be a lot of extra work, super complex. It's not like you can just download it on your console. Well, maybe you could do it on Xbox, but PlayStation can't. You can't just download it on your console and then, chat with your friends. You can't do that. You can't do that. So some people rely on game chat, and it's going to make it awkward. Who's going to want to talk in game, It's like in Search and Destroy. When you're in a Search and Destroy lobby, and, you're just chatting up with your friends in game, and then out of nowhere, the other team joins into the game, and then it's just dead silence. Everybody stops talking because nobody wants to say their private business to a bunch of random people. Same thing with being listened in on. Nobody's going to want to talk freely or have a good time or enjoy the experience. It's only going to make your game awkward. It's only going to make it stressful, especially a tactical shooter. Call of Duty, you might be able to get away with that. It's a casual game. Nobody talks. But in Valorant, everybody must communicate. It's heavily based on teamwork. Everybody is speaking to each other. So in a game where you're practically forced to use your mic, it's not fun knowing that every word that leaves your mouth could be used against you at any time. And one of the biggest reasons why I can't see this happening or seeing this whole situation work out is because people can spam report you. They could just spam after spam after spam, a whole 6-man or a full 5-man, I guess it is in Valorant. Every game, they could hit you with, bans or reports saying that you're being offensive with language, which gives the developers multiple times to come and listen to your account. And they might just be falsely reporting you. You could have said not a word. You could say nothing, nada. Not a single thing. Or you could just be chatting with your team, chatting with your friends, like I said, just chatting about random stuff, chatting about anything that's going on in your life. And then out of nowhere on the enemy team, they just report the whole enemy team for, bad offensive behavior. And now Riot has complete control over what you said during that whole game, even though you didn't say one bad word at all. It's just not going to work. It's a horrible system. Again, I don't want to see this implemented anywhere else. I don't want to see it in Call of Duty. I don't want to see it in Battlefield. I don't want to see any development team or any publisher having full access to anybody's, audio files when it comes to their games. But guys, I'm going to leave the commentary off there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's squad gameplay. It's tons of fun playing this game. Like I said, if you want to check out any of this gameplay, I live stream over on Twitch every single day. You guys can catch that link down in the description. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. Bombs, you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, want to chat with me, this Twitch do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And like I said just a few minutes ago, check out my Twitch, guys, down in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.